All right. What's up? What's up, trappers? This is tactical video number 3, provided by yours truly. Um, welcome. Today we are going to do something different. Um, as we have discussed, I will be doing the tactics video, so bear with me. We're gonna do this. I came up with an idea that I think we can pull off. You know, noticing last Tuesday's game, we had some difficulties that we ran into, and today I want to see if we could make some changes into that. So what we will be playing with would be a 2-1-1 formation, right? So it would be 2 defenders, 1 midfielder, and 1 striker. And as you can see, I gave them different colors, and with every color, I also stated your name. And if your name happens to come on twice on a different color, that means that you could play both of these positions, right? We're going to cover a couple tactics, starting with building from the back, short passes, pass and move, scanning, and high press. Basically, the game that I want to play is fast and effective. I want us to get just a couple touches and a couple passes in, 2 touch the best. Building from the back, okay? So these are just some pretty good, well, not pretty good. These are just some ideas that I think that we can pull off, that we can do. So we always start short. There is nothing unnecessarily that we should do, high balls, any kind of stuff like that. And even in this competition that we're playing, even as the keeper, they're telling us not to kick out the ball really far or throw it out too far, because I guess in the half of the line, they have these yellow things where they don't want, but that doesn't matter. Anyway, so 2 defenders in the back, and there would be always 1 defender moving up as the midfielder moves up, right? Particularly, we don't know the position that our opposite team is going to play, so don't really get too set on the way that I have stated the opposite team's position. Okay. Things that we have learned in the past while passing is triangle. So I kind of want to show you guys even that we're playing in a 2 against playing in a 2-1-1, that we can still do the triangles as long as we pass and move, right? Because that's our go-to. So we can go to a play, right? So let's say well, who's gonna be there, whatever. Sam, Daniel, and then there is Frank right here, and then you got Clay, whatever, something like that. We can do that. Anyway, passing from the back. So I would assume, right, they will get into position because everyone needs to get to, if they're playing it well, they should be on us. Okay. Well, whatever. Once we pass from the back, you get your 2 touches in, we pass and move. It's always about finding feet, Yellow is open. Yellow should be open, right? There is no need for our defenders to be playing together, to keep passing in between, okay? Because that gives them more time to be in position and cover us, right? So that means that we will have less options, and then we'll probably go back. You're trying to prevent mistakes. We're not trying to do that. So we're trying to move fast. 2 touches, we also trying to move and pass, right? So soon as they're moving, everybody needs to be moving. So whether you're here, if you're the midfielder, right? And you as the midfielder, as you can see your name right there, some of the players who play on the midfield are also wingers, because this position would force you sometimes to make to play on the sides, but I would not encourage everyone to go all the way to the sides, because I have noticed in our games that that is where we mostly lose possession, because we lack in kicking the ball in the middle. I think that we lack when it comes to that. And that's why I feel like I want to try to play more in the middle, right? So, all right. Midfielder right here. Let me see if I can get this right. Bam. First pass. You go to yellow. He moves up to you. It's up to you. Go to yellow. Bam. Blue moves this way from yellow to blue. Bam. Okay. Defender here moves up to create support, right? Because if he's too fast, he could also go back. Bam. And then get to 1. And we go up. You go up. Number 1 go up if you need the support, because they will be running back and they will be running back. You maintain possession, right? You would be chasing him. Bam. And it will be a 2-on-2 situation. Either go by yourself or striker will provide assistance to score. There you go. Now, easier said than done, but I think that we can do that. I think that that's how we should play. I think that, yeah, I think that we can do that. And this will be something that is something that we should absolutely train, you know. As I said earlier, that's why we should focus on getting to SO 5, because we're in that same setting, and this is where we can do that. And I think that so this play could happen from any defender, and any defender is allowed to go up, but that has to be discussed in between the two. So it doesn't really have to be that one particular defender that always does that. But if you're good at that and you're discussing that with the one that you're playing with, then you can absolutely do that, right? I think that's one of the plays that I think that we should be focused on. So everything should be fast, you know, pass and go. Everything should be fast and move. Now, building from the back, yes, which comes with short passes, pass and move. I added scanning because scanning is something that, as a midfielder, I think as every player, right? As every player, once you to receive the ball, it's very important for you to know if you can receive the ball and how are you going to receive the ball, because there is always somebody that is looking for you to take the ball away from you, right? So let's say we're playing from the back, okay? And you're here and you're somebody that's close on you, okay? If he plays without you having looked who is there, that causes us to, bam, lose possession, okay? So what happens, what we can do as midfielders or either as strikers or as any player, this defender is create space, okay? So, Bram, you're tight. Oh, shoot, what are we gonna do? Bam, you can get closer to the goalkeeper. Midfielder can go over here, right? And, oh, my bad. He was trying to see the ball. Midfielder can get over here. So what happens is now he got options, okay? But always remember that when we play, we're playing triangles, okay? So as soon as you see that this goes, we're working, okay? So he come in there. He's probably gonna come up to you. You pass. Blue has to come up, which is the striker, right? Bang. Once blue comes up, yellow can move. Bam. Right? Bang, bang, bang. You come in here. You come in there. Blue moves up. Defender moves up in the middle to to support, because sometimes they might even be faster than you, which is okay, right? Which is okay. You can go back, bang, right? This one's sleeping, which is not normally because he would be on you, and bang, right? So there's still a lot of room, even if we play, just bear with me. It looks a little messy, but I want you to just listen to my voice. There's still a lot of room to play triangles in this formation, you know? And I think that's something that we definitely should be focusing on. This is something that we have done before. This is something that we thought how to do. And this is something that we have to keep doing regardless of what happens in the game, you know? Because I've also noticed a lot that once we start a certain tactic, we might come behind and we all start changing, and you know, it looks bad. It looks bad. Yes. So building from the back, short passes, pass and move, a lot of scanning. Now, I have only discussed is when we on the ball. So what happens when they are the one on the ball? Basically, what we want, the way that we want to play is we want to play on their half. Okay. So as soon as they start, they kick off wherever they want to start. I think they either start in the middle, right? Okay, let's say they do 2 and 2. They'll do 2 and 2, bang. Okay, so normally it's like that. They start in the middle, bam. They're probably going to pass back. What I want us to do is I want us to go in. Okay, so blue is the striker. I want us to go in. I want us to press, which is what you call a high press. So what we're going to do is we're going to press on the players, but instead of being exactly on them, we're going to basically cover the space in between him and the other player. So don't be on him, but be half, right? Be halfway like this. So you're here, bam. You're here, and you're here, which is going to make very hard for them to actually pass the ball, because once they pass the ball, right, once they pass the ball, you can intercept, which is not what they want. Once you pass the ball, you can intercept. So basically what you're doing is you're covering space instead of being exactly on them, right? And that's how you press, which forces them to either pass back, right? And once they pass back, you maintain position. There's really nothing else you could do. I mean, you can run up on the goalie if you want to see if he can make a mistake. But even if you, bam, he passes up here, you want to run up on the goalie, that's fine. But at least run up on the goalie in the space and not right on the goalie. What you want to do is still cover the space. So it's going to be hard for them. What happens is while we do this, we stay on their health. They might as well main position. Okay, that's fine. But there's nowhere that they can go. So it's going to create frustration, right? And that's basically where you want to have them, because once they have no way to go, these ones right here, which is their strikers or whatever their midfielders, they're going to try to take risks, okay? They're going to try to run in between. They're going to try to make runs. As soon as we as defenders stay on them, right, they will lose possession, because what they're going to do, there's nowhere to go. So they're going to play long balls, right? And if we have strong people in the back, such as Philip and Daniel and Colin and Sam, you know, who like salute to you, right? Bam, we maintain possession, right? We can get the ball from there. So basically that's where you want to have them. As soon as we get the ball from them, right? Let's say we're pressing, okay? There's nowhere to go. They're angry. Homeboy right here, number 4, is going to try to make a run, okay? He passes the ball. We're on their half, intercept, okay? Now we have a midfielder. Bam, you're going to 1. You make yourself available, to go to yellow, I mean, make yourself available. Blue cuts in, you'll follow. Ram, he'll pass, and you shoot. Okay? That's what we need to do. And that's why it's very important for us to play 2 touches. Not too much possession and not too much dribbling. I mean, if you can make the run, if you can dribble, if there is space to dribble, right? Get your meters in. Get your meters in. But the most important thing is just to do 2 touches, you know, and our strikers and our midfielders are the ones that we need to encourage to shoot on goal, you know, instead of that's, yeah, you know, shoot on goal. I think mostly that I mean, mostly I tried to cover most of the things that I think that we should do. I don't want to keep it I don't want to make it too complicated. I think that there's just a little couple things as what I've discussed that we can work on and that we can develop. But I think that these are just the things that we have to remember while we play. It's just the pass and move. It's just short passes, create the triangles, and as the strikers and the midfielders to take more chances. You know, I want to see more chances on goal, and also one thing that I didn't cover is create width, which is something that Clay really appreciated if I did. So I'm gonna try to do that. And I would say that and that's why I've chosen to put certain people in the middle, because if we're going to provide width, I kind of want it to be the midfielder. So these are also the people that are gonna, you know, you're gonna run a little. But yeah, I think that's it. I've chosen to do it this way so that, I mean, you guys can just watch it on your own time, at least before like Tuesday. And if there is anything that is confusing or weird or like, oh, I have no idea what this guy is talking about, then throw it in the group or hit me up. But I wanted to do something simple and small so that you guys would be able to understand, you know. And yeah, so hopefully this made sense. And I guess we'll just go from there.